I've been teaching an online version of this course since 1994-95 at what was, for me anyway, the very beginning of the internet. I put the word out here at the university that I'd teach anyone, anywhere, modern and contemporary American poetry. 150 people somehow miraculously joined me, and we were going to go for a month. At the end of the month, they didn't want to stop, and I wound up teaching. I don't think I was teaching. I think they were teaching me this course for a year and a half, and it's really changed the way that I teach. Here on campus, in real space, in real time, I guess you could say, I've been teaching a version of this course since 1985, and I have a lot of passion for it and the material, the poets and the poems, and I hope that some of that passion, both the passion that I derive from that first online experience as well as the more conventional teaching, comes through in this version, this new version of the course. At around the same time as that group called Alumverse started to get together, that virtual experience as a teacher, my first, I ran into this space here, the Kelly Writers' House, and we converted this old Victorian cottage into a salon or a meeting space or coffee shop or kiva for people interested in poetry and other forms of writing, and it's been sort of my intellectual home since then. And I hope that this course conveys some of the sensibility of this project to you, even though it's an all-online course. And an all-online course doesn't make it any easier than otherwise for you to visit, but if you're in Philadelphia, I hope you will feel completely free to come and meet me and the people here. You'll also get exposed to the resources that are cognate to the Writers' House that are very much involved with the life of modern and contemporary poetry. Jacket 2 magazine, Poem Talk, which is a monthly sort of little radio show of people, of experts talking about individual poems, and Pen Sound, which is the largest online archive of free, distributable, downloadable recordings of poets reading their own poems. And these together will give you a sense that there is a whole world, maybe one that you're not familiar with now, of American poetry and poetics. And this course is intended to help you organize all that disparate material. U.S. poetry from, in the experimental mode particularly, in the form-centered rather than content-centered mode, from the 19th century to the present. And no knowledge at all, I promise you, no knowledge of poetry, poetics, or of any of these poets is necessary for you to sign up for this course. At the same time, I don't want to discourage anyone who's knowledgeable about poetry, a little knowledgeable or a lot knowledgeable, who sees this video and might be inclined to take the course. I would invite you to take it as well, because in our discussion forums and other interactive modes, we're going to get a chance to teach each other, the novices and those who are experienced. In the same spirit, pedagogically, this is not a series of lectures. There will be filmed discussions of collaborative close readings of individual poems. And while it's true that the course will enable you to make generalizations about the general American cultural shift from pre-modern to modern to anti-modern to postmodern culture, finally, in the end, the course is really to enable you to grapple with poems that you would otherwise think of as difficult or obtuse. And finally, this is a course that will take you poem by poem through some really remarkable, difficult, but finally pleasurable poems. More about me: I'm the Kelly Professor here at the University of Pennsylvania. As I mentioned, the founder and faculty director of the Kelly Writers' House, this space. Also with Charles Bernstein, one of the poets whom we'll be studying at the end of the course, the director, co-director of Pen Sound, and also the publisher of Jacket 2 magazine, jacket2.org. So I hope you'll sign up for the course. I hope you'll register. It's free. And soon you'll join me as we start talking about the poetry of Walt Whitman and Emily Dickinson.